Hello fellow attorneys, welcome to another video of Should You Draw for This card series. Today I'll be discussing the RRG part 1 cards, but firstly if you are free to play, I actually advise you all to not draw for the card already so you can actually don't watch this video and end up wanting to draw. And because this is an event banner with 2 SSR and we cannot control which card we want first, as such we might need like 200 draws to get the specific SSR that we want. But of course it's your own choice on what banner you should draw lah. So now I'll be talking about the skills of the cards and the recommendation depending on whether it's strong enough. The summary of my recommendation is that Luke's card is more worth than the Marius card. So firstly, looking at Luke's card, Luke's is a empathy card. It's worth drawing for because of its preemptive strike skill. So in this game, as long as the card has preemptive strike, it's basically worth drawing for because it's a turn-based game, and if you have preemptive strike in wave 2, you can one hit the argument and save yourself a turn as compared to someone who need like 2 cards to destroy that argument and waste the extra damage they make. And the second skill is also worth investing, especially if you have a lots of Luke card. It will be useful when using like Luke specific decks such as event in like RRG or when doing fieldwork. And the third skill is the defense skill, so you can just ignore it. As for the Marius card, it's not as useful. It's a logic buff card, but in the first place, if you look at the amount of cards we have now, there are very few logical DPS cards, namely those with preemptive strike. There's only like Perfect Partner, Luke SSR card, and 2 SR card Focus Fire and Cool Summer, which are both difficult to get. Focus Fire is a sports card, while Cool Summer is an event SR card which haven't appeared in the rotation banner yet. So as such, there's not really any card that can fully make use of the buff effectively. And not to mention it's a Gamma skill, so it will last for 3 rounds, but each round the boost will be lesser, which make it even more restrictive. The second skill is the defense skill, so you can just ignore it. The third skill buff Marius card, which is quite useful for Marius specific deck, but given that skill 1 is a Gamma logic buff, I actually do not recommend drawing for this card. But anyway, it's not like we can choose which card we want. So now I'll be sharing about the storyline of Luke and Marius card. So if you don't want any spoiler, you can leave this video now. So moving on, I will be talking about Luke's SSR story first. Firstly, I must say that this is another god tier card for Luke. I just had my wedding ceremony with Luke in Signifer of the Night, and now we are discussing how many children should we have here. So basically the story is about us traveling, taking care of a small elephant that was separated from his parent. Luke is so cute when he's taking care of the elephant. I feel like he will be a good daddy in the future, yeah. And we even named the cute elephant as Xia Xia, though it's actually the name that Luke wanted to keep for future use, aka for our child. So their interaction is like a family of 3, and Xia Xia is like our child. I mean that Luke even called us your mom. So we also have a sneak peek into his military life, and an awesome scene to not miss in this story is Rosa Cavedon Luke and asking him about the truth. I'll keep this hidden for now to not spoil the story, but it ends up tying Luke's knot and persuading him to chase his happiness. There's also one phrase that I really like in this story is, so if I had to translate this into English with my interpretation of it, the big idea is that even though I know this is for the best, the road that Luke should take, and he had the courage to pursue for the truth, given that it will be full of challenges and obstacles, but only him, I wish that he will live his life happily and peacefully and away from all this trouble. I just want him to be loved by this world. And this is exactly what I wish for Luke, even though that it might be a bit selfish. But I really hope that Luke can live the rest of his life in happiness. So in summary, I feel that this is an awesome card for Luke's sim, and I will try my best to draw for it too. Well, keeping enough for his birthday card lah. Moving on, I'll be talking about Marius' SSR story now. So basically in this story, Marius and Rosa went to the village to prepare for some festival. During their time there, they got to know more about the villagers' custom, and in this story, Rosa managed to take a peek at the picture of Marius when he was young. So apparently, Rosa commented that Marius was so cute when he's young and he wanted to pinch his cheek. And Marius responded by walking up to her and saying that she can touch him. And they are so cute together. Later on, they started to celebrate the festival. So for this festival, apparently, the girls get to dance first and the boys play drums for them. Marius also ended up chopping in to play drums for Rosa. So let's just admire this for a while. So actually this part was very romantic. When Rosa asked him where he learned how to play the drums, he replied, "Just now when you went to dance." So he basically learned how to play the drum just for Rosa. And during this time, he actually thanks Rosa for being there for him, for helping him to find his brother, for praying with him, and for trying to help to find the tree that was impossible to find in the first place. So basically everything Rosa did in the story, which I won't spoil too much here. I think this story really shows that even though Marius is playful and always jokes around with Rosa, he still appreciates and is grateful for her help and just being there for him basically. So even though it's subtle and he hardly voiced it out, he's thankful for everything that Rosa had done for him so far. Personally, I think that this story might not be as good as the Sniffer of the Night one, but it's still a fun story, especially with the whole festival part and seeing Marius' photo when he's young. It's still recommended to draw for Marius' sense. And lastly, I know that some of you might be worried about the order of the card story, but speaking from someone who haven't read any story between Sniffer of the Night to RRG, I personally don't feel that it's like really out of place or weird. And to be honest, even if this card really come in line with the order, it doesn't really mean that I can get every single card like scare date or birthday and to be able to read them in order. So since not everybody is like lucky or have the money to get all the cards, I would say don't need to worry too much about this and just enjoy the card story as you get them. I think the bigger issue here is the lack of time to save for the card, but either way, if you miss them, we can still watch it on YouTube. And thanks for watching for the video. Remember to like and subscribe. 加